Сюда.
Да, только попробуй.
Я пошутил.
Спасибо, мама.
And Caleb Plant, he has patience, he has precision. I think he's the better boxer between the two. Although David Benavidez, he has added some things, some new dimensions to his game. His transitioning, when he's punching, he already had great hand speed. He has power. He's coming into this fight in the best shape of his life. You know what I mean? Which he actually needs to thank Caleb Plant. I guess Caleb Plant made a couple of comments, you know what I mean, about David Benavidez, about him being overweight or him used to being overweight. And I guess that motivation has driven Benavidez to come into this camp literally in the best shape of his life, which is going to quantify this being probably the most super explosive fight of 2023 so far. We're going to see how things turn out between Gervonta Tank Davis and King Ryan Garcia. But Benavidez versus Plant, I mean, that's going to be the fight to see. That's the fight right now that everybody is looking for. Naturally, he's going to be looking at Canelo Alvarez, although I don't believe that Canelo Alvarez is going to be looking at Benavidez. And side note, Canelo, he picks Benavidez to win over Plant. Could this be because Canelo Alvarez, he knocked out Caleb Plant, and he thinks that Benavidez can do the same thing? Who knows? But Canelo, pound for pound king, besides Terence Crawford in many eyes, Canelo is picking Benavidez. Okay, now you heard Brad Band comment about Caleb Plant when he fought Canelo Alvarez, and he felt as though he didn't give that fight everything that he could. So looking at the Benavidez fight, looking at the emotion involved, you're looking at what these guys have at stake. I mean, except for their records, I mean, his Plant lost already. He lost to Canelo. But Benavidez, he's the interim champion. He's coming to this fight undefeated. And pound for pound, they believe, or well, many believe that he's the better fighter. And more importantly, a lot of people want to see Benavidez go on to fight Canelo Alvarez. And I have to stop looking at that narrative, because I honestly believe that Canelo ain't going to fight Benavidez. It doesn't matter how good Benavidez does when he faces Caleb Plant. He can go in there and stop Caleb Plant and knock him out. But I don't believe that Canelo is going to give him a shot once he does that. Because after Canelo after Canelo fights Ryder, I believe his next target is going to try to get that rematch with Dimitri Bivol. Now you have Beterbiev. I mean, he's mandated to fight. I believe it's Caleb Smith. So what's going to happen with Dimitri Bivol? Who is he going to fight, if not a mandatory? Between Bivol and Beterbiev, that fight may not happen as soon as fight fans want that fight to happen. So after Canelo Alvarez fights Ryder in Mexico, you know what I'm saying, which should be a great fight. You know what I mean? It's going to bring a lot of revenue in Mexico. But a lot of people automatically, they expect Canelo to beat Ryder. Now, if Ryder goes into that fight and he upsets Canelo, I mean, that'll be huge. That will be devastating. Who knows where Canelo mentally will be if he gets upset by Ryder. Now, we're just going to have to see. But if Canelo is successful in that fight, I honestly don't see Canelo Alvarez looking to put a fight together with David Benavidez. I just don't see that. We heard Mike Tyson, he crowned David Benavidez the Mexican monster. He believes that, and many believe that, David Benavidez can give Canelo problems. I also believe that David Benavidez can give Canelo problems. But I also believe and know Caleb Plant can give David Benavidez problems. He's a great boxer. He has power. And as I said, he's patient. And he's a precise puncher. And that is one thing that Stephen Bradman Network, shout out to Philly, you know what I'm saying? That's one thing that he's instilling in Caleb Plant. Besides, you know what I mean, you're going to have to dig deep in this fight. But go into this fight and stick to the game plan. Make adjustments, but don't turn this fight into what David Benavidez wants this fight to turn into. He wants Caleb Plant to just try to walk him down, to try to, you know what I mean, run right into traffic and wind up getting caught with a shot. No, Plant is going to have to be smart. He's going to have to box beautifully in this fight. He has a great jab. He has a quick jab. He's going to have to stick that jab on David Benavidez. And out of all the training that I've seen Benavidez doing, the one shot that I was looking for him to also add to his arsenal, because I believe that may be a pivotal punch for David Benavidez, is his jab. Now, Benavidez does throw jabs, but you can look at somebody like Devin Haney and your jab can possibly win you the fight. Now, Benavidez being the longer, the taller competitor between these two, he also has the speed and power. If he had a dominant jab when he faces Caleb Plant, I mean, that's literally can be a game changer. We know he has great hand speed. We know David Benavidez has power. But if Caleb Plant can be patient, use his precision and timing and an excellent jab, and use his jab to set up his shots, make sure that he maintains his spacing, his distance, so he can utilize great timing against Benavidez, Caleb Plant can wind up taking Benavidez into deep waters and possibly walk away with a decision. But if he gets baited into coming close, this is Caleb Plant, and he winds up getting caught with a shot from David Benavidez. Benavidez, he has the punch output, speed, and power, and combination game to wind up possibly hurting and stopping Caleb Plant. So this is a dangerous fight, in my opinion, from both guys, but you just have to look at it from two different spectrums. Caleb Plant can win this fight by decision. He can outpoint David Benavidez, but David Benavidez, he could possibly go into this fight and stop or knock out Caleb Plant. That's why the patience for Caleb Plant is really going to be pivotal in this fight. I believe he has the power to contend with David Benavidez. Question is, will he be able to catch Benavidez clean? That's where his boxing prowess is going to have to come into play. That's where his timing, his distance, his jab, and setting up his shots off his jab, this is Caleb Plant, is going to come into play. But he's going to have to be patient. He's going to have to box beautifully in this game. We are going to have to see a masterclass performance with Caleb Plant. The mistakes that he went into the Canelo fight and made with Canelo, he's not going to be able to do that against David Benavidez, because Benavidez is bigger. In my opinion, he's more dangerous than Canelo, because the things that Canelo did to Caleb Plant, Benavidez can do the same thing. So Caleb Plant is going to have to be very careful, very strategic, very patient in order to get the job done. Question is, will he? We will see March 25th. Talk Rich and Stand Up is your boy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.